I want to talk a little bit about the first session of the course on university prep, navigating the minefield of university prep. So the first session, I think we should concentrate on so what is university prep? What does experience-based university prep means? What are the opportunities available? What are the training and review required and needed in the post-exceptional education, post-secondary education? Then we will have some discussions and a dialogue on a global education, which is one of my areas of interest. Transitions in global education is one of the research journal I edit. We will talk about all those things and ground our course in the beginning, right? Then we'll jump into the agenda for the day, which is what are the intended outcome and what is the core philosophy of the course, which is think beyond a statement of purpose. That is the title of a book I wrote, thinking beyond statement of purpose. So that is so like we'll talk about that in detail. We discuss about difference between approaches in different countries, different societies, the focus on creativity and literacy. We will discuss about what are the top universities like Harvard, Oxford, or Indian Institute of Science are looking from the candidates who are applying to those universities, and uh, we'll go deep into what are the things which are required, what are some of the amazing students from around the world are doing, how they are starting early. We will discuss about certain things, and some of the assignments will be like that, but giving you a basic idea about how I move forward with the course is going to be, for me, the intended outcome of an university prep program is not only uh, to get the diploma at a school leaving certificate, but more into graduating with a solid education and a global mindset from a campus, from a global campus, be it Harvard, be it IIT, be it Kerala University, be it Oxford. Everything remains the same. It's your mindset. So we'll talk about that and we talk about 3 4 important things like getting accepted. What does it mean? Thriving in the university, what does it mean? What are the things we need to do? What are the crazy or good things some of my students are doing? At least a couple of my students are now traveling from one end of United States to other end, from Atlantic to Pacific. They are on a road trip, understanding America. So these are there are a lot of things you can do to learn and understand what things are, right? So like, and how will you achieve all the academic requirement? So we will, so this I will stop here, right? So this is, so basically we will do the groundwork in our first session, where how to develop competence, what are the best practices that needs to be followed, what are the ground rules of university prep, right? How can you make moving into a college an experience? How will you shift your world view? So, and thinking beyond the statement of purpose, again coming back to that. So that is my key thing, like thinking beyond statement of purpose, thinking beyond essays. And so so, so these 3 points, like habit of lead, I I argue that top universities from around the world are looking at 3 things from a candidate. One is developing a habit of leadership, then proving the intellectual capacity they ask. There's a beautiful scene from, we will go through that clippings in from a movie called Admission. It's a movie, it's crap, right? It's Paul Rudd, Tina Fey movie, but we will take some of the clippings and understand what a Princeton University admission officer is looking at as the intellectual capacity of the student. What does it all these things mean, right? And we will go deep into some of the curriculum like IB and IGCSE, and some of the curriculum which are recommending, some are insisting that you should be doing, a high school student should be doing community service. Why? Why? That question we ask and discuss and debate, and what are the opportunities available. So basically, so that these are the few things which we will go through. I'm just checking on whether I'm missing something. We will go in deep into the things. These are some of my students: Merskara Pereira, Devina Ghosh, some of my colleagues, Doug Wagner. I'll tell a lot of stories about all of them and my work with them, and then you will be able to understand. This is the model I was talking to you about earlier. You learn something, you experience something, you reflect. So this is the model which we will be working on. Okay. And in the end, the takeaway should be how to create a portfolio of experience, right? I would definitely recommend at this point to read some of the articles which I have, the news articles I have written on Indian media, especially like one I had on Rediff. Right, I'll keep a thing like you come to I would strongly recommend to come to the class, filling out some of the forms. Try to watch the movie Ferris Bueller and complete the assignment, or over the period of this course, I'm expecting you to complete that, right? So we will go deep into one by one, and things like that, right? Then the intro session will end with arguing about when to start the university prep, and start thinking about that, and where I will be telling a story of, I'm sure that you might have read that book, How Opal Got Kissed and Got a Life. We'll think about what is Opal's experience, and we will work on that. I'll keep it as an assignment, but we'll work on that. Wonderful. I think I have covered everything. Thank you.